We're at the Piglin bartering farm today, trying to figure out what to do with this. Because I'm hoping we didn't paint ourselves into a corner with it. I was thinking it would be like a cargo rail system, right? We've got our nether porter network for traveling quickly from place to place, but if we ever wanted to carry like 2 full double chests of items from here to, I don't know where, anywhere, it doesn't fit in our inventory, and so we'd have to make multiple trips. So, my thinking was we'd have like a rail station with chest minecarts, and we can load up the chest minecarts with whatever we want. Hit this button to indicate that we want to take that one with us. Hit this one to indicate we want to take that one with us. And then hit this button to make the trapdoor pop down long enough for us to hop in the cart. And then after like 4 seconds, the trapdoor would close again and we'd fall through the floor into like a subway system that takes us to whatever destination we chose. And then at that destination, we'd have a mirror image of this, another station just like it, and we would enter it through the roof here, drop down into this little bay, and then hit shift to dismount, and then our carts would pop up into these little stations here for us to unload them. That's the hope anyway. When I design these things, I usually lay them out the way I want it to be laid out without regard for whether I can fit any of the redstone in it. So I've just laid this out how I think it would be most intuitive, and then we're just gonna hope that we can make all the redstone fit. And for that, we'll pop into a creative world and see what we can do. And here we are. I'm gonna tackle the easy parts first, and that would be getting a signal from this button to the trapdoor. And I've already done some of that. We're running a signal from that button through this repeater, around the corner, into this block, which turns off a torch that is right below that trapdoor. So if we hit this button, we're given a couple seconds to jump in, and then the trapdoor comes up behind us. I'll do that one more time. And now we want to fall through the floor into like a subway system. So for that, we are going to take that same signal that drops the trapdoor down and run it down here. So torch turns off that, which turns on this torch, runs the signal through a delay that gives us long enough to get into the cart, and then pulls a piston back, which is going to remove the block that is underneath our cart. So if we break that, we can see the cart drops through the floor, and we're off into our subway system. So now we could think of this station as being the destination station, right? We want our cart to come in through the roof here, and we don't even need to add any redstone for that. We can just put the cart in there. And there it is. Just falls through the roof. Easy peasy. But here's the thing. If we travel to a destination, like I hit destination 1, we hop in, and then we're off to our destination. If we ever come back to this station by other means, like, you know, we take our cargo off to whatever terminal we're headed to, and then we take the nether porter back, for example, when we get back here, there's no cart, and we can't actually use this station. We'd have to go back to the other station, retrieve our cart, and bring it back here. So it would be nice if after we left, the station basically gave us a cart, like dropped a cart in here. So I've gone up into the ceiling and added like a cart giver. I don't know what else to call that. It's full of carts, and when we take off, when we leave to another station, a cart pops in here, drops in through the ceiling, and then falls down into the station. This is the subway tunnel that we enter the station through. So now if I select a destination, we can hop in our cart, head off to our next destination, and then a cart drops in to replace it. So now we can still use this terminal if we ever come back to it. But that adds a new complication, and that is if we ever come back to this station in our cart, there's now a cart in the way. So if I head over here and act like we're coming back, we come in through our subway tunnel, and we land on a cart that's already there. So we basically need a cart taker aware. We've got a cart giver, pops in a cart when we've left, but if we ever come back to this terminal, we need the terminal to say, oh, never mind, let's get rid of that cart somehow. So for that, what I've come up with is a mechanism down here that turns this rail. See how we would land here? This is the floor we fall through. We would land here and then go off to our next terminal. It pulls this down so that instead of going forward toward the next terminal, that the cart that falls through here will go backward into that cactus. And then later we'll build something that takes it back up here to the cart giver. So we have the cart giver and the cart taker aware. Let me put that back on. And this is a little tricky to show in first person, so I'm going to jump into third person and show what it looks like to enter the station. So I'm coming through the subway terminal right now, and there we go. Cart taker aware sucks the cart away, and we're free to land. Okay, we're making progress. We've got the easy stuff out of the way. Now the hard part is, how do we get these chest minecarts to follow us to our destination, but only follow us when we want them to follow us? I'm thinking I might use this thing from time to time without the chest minecarts. I might just leave those behind and use it to travel from destination to destination. I don't know why I would ever do that instead of using the nether porter, but I get this feeling that there are going to be times. And what I'm thinking we'll do is put a double extender piston down here to pull the platform down, pull this block down that the cart is resting on. We'll pull that down, and then we'll have a piston here that can push the cart off its platform and time it so that the carts come out onto the rail right in front of us. So when we fall through the floor, those carts have already been put on the rail in front of us, and then they'll just travel all the way to the destination right in front of us. And forever and a half later, this is what we've got. So I didn't have to make any design compromises. We were able to leave everything the way it is. We've still got our button selectors here and destination selectors here. But now, if we want to take that cart with us, we can click that button. If we want to take that cart with us, we click that button. And if we change our mind, we can even bring it back up. But we'll leave them both down. And then down here, you can see the carts have dropped down onto these platforms. And there's a piston right there, and that piston can push the cart off its little platform onto a rail down here that'll put it on the main path that we follow, and it's timed so that those carts will be pushed out and sent ahead of us, like just a couple seconds ahead of us. So I'll show that here. We'll go to destination 1, jump in our cart, and then drop down, and boom. You barely saw it, but there you go. And the return trip was a little trickier. Oh, I've added the cart return. So when the cart taker aware, this guy here, yeets the cart into that hopper, it enters this dropper line here, takes it all the way up and puts it in the cart giver. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Alright, so when we come to the terminal, it needs a way to know which carts are the chest carts and which carts are us. We want us to go this way into the terminal, and we want the chest carts to go straight and down there to be processed and brought up at the terminal that we're going to. So I've tucked some tripwire in here, and a chest minecart goes under that tripwire without triggering it. But us in a cart, of course, we trigger it. So when we trigger it, that rail switches. See that? There we go. Yeah, so that rail switches. So the two chest carts will be in front of us. They'll go through here. They won't trigger that. They'll fall through that hole there and go get processed. But then when we follow right behind them, that'll switch just in time for us to be headed this way. This detector rail, by the way, is what tells the cart taker aware to activate. So there's a cart down there all the way up until we reach this point, and then as soon as we go over this detector rail, the cart gets taken away so that we can drop in there and take its place. And then the chest carts go, this is where we were just at. They drop down here onto this rail, head around this corner, and then this is a little bit cheesy, I'll admit. I can't think of a better way to do it, or I've just given up and lost patience, but both carts will actually go around this corner. One will drop into place here, and then the other one will bounce off of it because there's no room for it, and then it will come back this way, trigger that, which starts a countdown basically, giving it time to come all the way around the corner, get into its position, and then right when it's gotten into its position, both will pop up. So let me show that happening now. Well, this is like both carts coming in. See, that guy bounces off of that guy, goes all the way around, and then just as he gets into position, both carts pop up. And we're back in our world now. I think we're done. I think this thing is all wired up. I've built the subway tunnels that connect the Quad XP farm, which is where we're at right now, to the main hub where the mob factory's at. I've got the end hub here because we are within reasonable distance of the end hub that we could build a tunnel out to there, but I haven't built it yet. But let's take this guy for a test drive. One thing I did run into is that our mob factory did not lend well to having this same configuration. There was another way of configuring it that I thought looked cooler. So you'll notice when we get there that it's not exactly like this. But let's make our selections here. We'll drop these guys down. And then I'm going to select the mob factory, hop in, and we're off. No visible redstone so far. This is the design I went with for the subway. I wanted something kind of low-key, but not, you know, I don't know, crappy looking. It's just pretty generic. Needs to be something you can build pretty quickly, because we've got, obviously, quite a distance to travel. Alright, we are almost there. Our carts go on ahead of us, and then we come down into our station, and right here is where our carts will pop up. Perfect. So you can see I moved them. They're not there, they're instead right there. I just think aesthetically that works better for this room because it's kind of like a, you know, a big square already. We've got our nether porter there, and then the matching rail station there. And then if we want to go back, we can click there, bring those guys down, and then we'll go to the Quad XP farm, and boom. And I'm just going to speed this up so that we get there a little bit quicker, and then we'll talk next steps and limitations. I did run into a couple things while building this that I don't totally love, but maybe we can work it out, I don't know. And there we go. Okay. Oh, and it just occurred to me, this is a really good demonstration of how much time the Nether Porter network saves. So you just saw twice now how long it takes to travel from the Quad XP farm up to the main hub. But if I head over here and hit Mob Factory, blam, we're there. That's it. Here we are, Mob Factory. And if we want to head back to the Quad XP farm, it's just a simple click, and then, you know, 1 or 2 seconds of waiting for it to register, and then we're there. Oh man, these things are like kids, you know? I don't have a favorite. I can't say I have a favorite, but this one's my favorite. Also, I have actual kids who would not love that I just compared them to a redstone thing, but but they don't watch my channel, so that's okay. Oh, I upgraded this, by the way, to the latest, greatest version that I just made a video about. I'll link that in the description. So this is now the input-output shulker. If we request a full shulker of coal, it'll come up here, and then we can return empty shulkers to that same chest to refill the system. If you haven't watched that video, this thing is so great. I love it. Alright, so we're back at the gold farm, and the problem I'm running into that I don't know how to get around. So if we pop into spectator mode, it's here, all the guts are here, it's technically functional, we have a way in, but it's not connected up to anything because I have no idea how to run the subway tunnels all the way down to the hub. We are way up here, look at that. We somehow need to get a subway tunnel from all the way down there, all the way up here. It's either going to be like this horrendous looping, you know, spiral staircase thing all the way up, which I wouldn't want to ride, and I think it would be ugly, to be honest, to be inside of it. I suppose for one trip we could just fall all the way down a chute until we get to a flat rail that takes us the rest of the way. That might work, but we'd still have to figure out the return trip. Yeah, so that's where I'm stuck. I don't know what to do about that. I'd love ideas if anybody has any. I just don't want to do anything with exposed redstone, obviously. That's like rule numero uno for our world. And I'd like to avoid doing a spiral staircase that just loops around in circles constantly. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. We're actually going to switch gears now and work on making our skeleton turret minigame a little bit more survival friendly. And actually, in order to show you what we're going to be working on, we have to play it. So we'll turn on the mob farm. That's where we get the mobs that power this thing. And then we'll turn on the actual minigame. And the progress bar just shows how many skeletons have been gathered up by the system. It's a survival-friendly game, so any mobs that we want to kill as part of our minigame have to be brought in from a mob farm. So there's a mob farm way up above us with a filter that filters out all the skeletons, and then those are brought over to a holding tank. And as soon as we have enough skeletons to start the game, this light bar will reach completely full, and then any second now we're going to get the first wave of skeletons. Okay, and we're off. They're already shooting at us. I'm actually going to cheat a little. We'll get, let's see if we can get out of their line of sight. The rules for the game are basically you need to kill the skeletons, obviously. But as soon as you kill one, he's immediately replaced. Looks like that one naturally spawned with armor. And once you've killed 3 skeletons, the turret enters a cooldown phase. So that's number 3. You can see the turret is now smoking. That indicates we're in the cooldown phase. And then we'll take this guy out. Okay, and we'll need to kill someone over there 3 more times. I'm totally cheating. I just want to show you what we're up to today. So that one will start smoking. And we're going to miss the window for that middle turret. Someone else is going to come up in it. Yep, there he is. If you wait too long, the cooldown ends and the turret fills back up. But you don't have to kill 3 more again. You just have to get them all into their cooldown phase at the same time. Come on, almost. Okay, he's dead, and then this should do it. This should be the last one we need. Okay, and now what'll happen is we get a boss round. Okay, and this is what makes the game not so survival friendly. We get a boss round of decked out skeletons, and we choose how they're decked out. I've got netherite armor in there right now, but that's not exactly survival friendly. We can't really, for obvious reasons, we can't be loading up skeletons with netherite armor every time we want to play this game. So, give me a second to clean this up, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Okay, that's the last of them, and we can turn the game off. Turning the game off resets the progress bar thing there back to square one and puts out the fires that make the turrets smoke. There we go. Okay, so obviously we can't use netherite armor. It's not going to work in survival. So what I'm thinking is we've got our little villager trading hall here, and we were going to use these 2 guys for the melon farm, but we've got a way better melon farm now at the Enderman farm. So I'm thinking we can fire these guys now. Sorry guys, you're fired. You're fired. And what we'll do is we're going to block them in and take their carpet and take their job block. And what I've got in here is 2 blast furnaces. Aha, okay. Okay, we've got armorers now. What we're gonna do first is negotiate with them. That's our negotiation team down there. You guys ready? Let's see if we can land that right in the middle. Did we get them both? I think we did. Get that guy, get that guy. Okay, while those guys cook, we need to get some emeralds. Okay, we are flush with cash now, and these guys are cheap. Alright, good. Let's see, we probably don't need that many though. Let's go 7. We'll go 7. Almost. I guess 10 might have been the right number. Yeah, okay. And then we'll go 10 more here. We're trying to get to the diamond armor. I'm hoping we can use diamond armor to outfit the skeletons. Because if we can buy it here for cheap, that makes our minigame a lot more affordable. And if it's enchanted diamond armor, that puts us, I don't know, maybe not comparable to netherite armor in terms of difficulty, but... oh, we needed maybe a couple more from this guy. It'll be close, and more importantly, though, it'll be survival friendly. Is that good? Good, okay. You're happy now. Alright, what do you got? Oh, still? Really? Man, the trade... Oh, no, that's the crappiest trade. Shoot. Okay, well, let's focus on this guy. Oh, good, okay. Unbreaking 2, that's good. Protection 2, Feather Falling 3, Unbreaking 3. That's great. Okay, we're going to keep that. I think we'll negotiate with this guy one more time, see if we can bring his rates down. But this guy is going to be a pain in the butt. We don't really have diamond yet. I've not done a lot of survival mining. We could get lava buckets, I guess. That sucks. I'm tempted to just kill that guy and start over. Let's get this guy cured, and we'll decide what we're going to do with that guy. Okay, this guy is good to go, and nice. Okay. Let's, we're going to have to buy... Well, I mean, we're going to need 9 of these anyway, but, oh, we can only do 3 per day. Okay, that's alright. 2 and 3. Okay, now what do you have next? Perfect. Oh, that's a full set of armor. Unbreaking 2, Unbreaking 2. I think... Nice. I think what we'll do is... I haven't decided whether I'm gonna fire this guy and start over or just grind out the diamonds, but we'll cycle through. We'll see what this guy has, and then we'll use this guy for our own armor. We'll prioritize things like feather falling and stuff that we would actually want to wear, and then this guy will be the dedicated minigame outfitter. So we'll do our 3 helmets and our 3 chest plates. Alright, and now we need to swap out the netherite armor with the diamond armor. And we're going to go out our secret back door here to do that. And try to do a... Did we do it? Oh, man. Perfect. Okay, this is our netherite armor dispenser, so we'll put these in here. Take out the pants. We're going to run out of room in our inventory, but that's okay because we are trashing this stuff anyway. Oh, you know what? We need a lot more chest plates than we have. The chest plates power the filter that filters out the armor-wearing skeletons. In order to put armor on skeletons, we first have to determine which skeletons can even wear armor. And that's done right here. And there's going to be a lot of armor in here. How did a gold... That's funny. We're going to basically ditch all this. We're just going to toss all this because we gave it to ourselves in creative. And we'll take the last of these out. Good. Okay, that wasn't so hard. And then that is enough for one game. So it costs, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12. It costs 12, basically costs 12 diamond per time we want to play this thing. Ooh, I don't want to walk into that. Yeah, 12 diamond every time we want to play this game. Oh, I'm sorry, 12 emerald. Costs 12 emerald every time we want to play this thing. Where is my entryway? There it is. Okay, so, yeah, 12 emerald every time we want to play this thing. We'll just come over here, buy out everything that this guy has, and that would be 1 round on our minigame. And then this guy, I don't know, maybe that seems still a little bit expensive, so I might use this guy for the minigame as well, and then we can at least get 2 minigames at a time. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I think we'll call that an episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in the next one.